Hello, 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 Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia, guys, and this is TransurfingTV. And today on TransurfingTV, we're going to talk about impressions and contaminating impressions. Dun, dun, dun. Because I'm probably going to talk about something here that, for those of you that are new to transurfing, will kind of like open your eyes. Be like, holy smokes, I didn't even think about it that way. And this is a surprising aspect of creating your reality, or reality transurfing, or the mirror, or what we think returns back to us, but not only what we think returns back to us, what we are exposed to in our external environment that we might not even be aware of, that may be damaging to us, is affecting our thoughts, that then we project outwardly, and this whole thing gets going of creating a layer of reality, not only with your thinking, but with not managing your physical layer of reality to the extent that it's affecting you, you don't even realize it. And this is generating stuff within that, again, is projected towards your mirror. And without stopping yourself and really taking a solid, honest look at what your physical layer of reality looks like, the different attributes of your current physical layer of reality, your thoughts, your thought processes, how your external environment and your mind are relating to each other. This can either, it's like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can create a really uncomfortable, unpleasant layer of reality. On the other hand, if you get it and you do just a little bit of work, you can create an absolutely amazing version of reality if you choose. So, contaminating impressions and impressions. Before I get started, remember to like this video and comment below, subscribe to this channel, join us on the Facebook group, course links down below, and follow me on Instagram. Okay, so impressions aren't necessarily a reality transurfing idea or term, although Vadim Zeland does talk about this pretty extensively in the book and 78 Days of Practical Transurfing, primarily in the lesson, Cleaning Your Layer of Reality. So the term impressions is actually a term from Gurdjieff, G.I. Gurdjieff, and his teachings, but it's all in line with each other. It translates to transurfing just as, in the same way that cleaning your layer of the world was presented to us by Vadim Zeland. So what impressions mean exactly, or what this term means? What this term means is that when we see something, it leaves an impression on us. And again, when we become very comfortable with our current physical layer of reality, oftentimes we won't question these things because they have just become normal parts of our reality, our set and decorations, if you will, as Vadim puts it. So an example. Let's say in 78 Days of Practical Transurfing, as Vadim puts it, cleaning your layer of the world, his example is all the stuff that's in your physical environment that is not being tended to. This could be projects or hobbies, or things that you plan on doing, but you never quite get around to doing. So you stack these things up on a table, and your intention is that someday you'll get to it, but in the meantime, you've got all this other stuff going on. And what this pile of unaccomplished projects does, the impression that this leaves on you mentally, actually contaminates your mind and your layer of the world. So this could be like thoughts of, well, I just don't seem to have enough time, or I'm just not organized enough to get that stuff going, or my reality is so chaotic that I can't get to the things that I really want to get to. And in the 78 Days of Practical Transurfing, what Vadim Zeland suggests is either doing the crap, right? Actually doing it, or getting rid of it. So you're not affected mentally by seeing this stuff, which you probably don't even realize is affecting you. And this is exactly where the danger kind of lies with this sort of contamination in your physical layer of reality. This could be a hobby car parked in your driveway that you see every single day, but it's been there for 5 years and you never do anything with it. There was a house in my hometown before I left that, I'm not kidding you, was in a state of renovation on the exterior for like 20 years. And finally, the city had to tell the dude, listen, either get the job done with, or you're gonna have some consequences. I think it was a fine. They were like, we're gonna fine you every single day that this isn't done, because there was like paint buckets and scaffolding and all sorts of visual project like stuff out, and it was on a main street. And I remember after I read Reality Transurfing and I would drive by this house all the time, I thought to myself, I wonder what that dude's mentality is like that owns that house. I bet you there's such depression there, or some other negative qualities, and this is simply a reflection or the root of what he is experiencing. Now, I know this is all just kind of like, maybe the dude's totally happy, I don't know, but this was my interpretation of it. So again, what is actually the cause of the negative version of reality? Either the mind that feels as though it can't accomplish the task, or seeing the task and this perpetuating some sort of internal negative dialogue. It's, it doesn't really matter, right? Either one can be the scenario, but you can clean your layer of reality. So this could present itself in a number of different ways, not only, disorganized projects or tasks. This could be you not managing your finances correctly. This could be you continuing to have some kind of dysfunctional relationship exchange with someone in your external environment, that you are continuing to engage with somebody in a negative way, and this is affecting you mentally to the extent where you're not experiencing the version of reality that's the best for you. For me, this happened the other day. My partner was like, oh, you got to watch this show. Everybody's been raving about it. And it's a show, Yellowstone, on Amazon. And I turned it on and I watched one episode, and I knew immediately that this was not leaving a good impression in my mind. There was a lot of violence. There were animals being hit by cars. There was a lot of discord, a lot of importance, as TV shows and movies often show, people with extreme amounts of importance battling each other. And again, leaves impressions on your mind. We are impressionable human beings. So making certain that you're paying attention if you're watching a show and you're not feeling that good about it, Turn it off, replace it with something beautiful and pleasant instead. So impressions are anything external that is affecting you or lowering your state of being in some way or affecting you in a negative way. Okay, so here's a few steps to reverse out of or manage the things that are leaving negative impressions on your mind. Number one, cleaning your layer of reality. So for the next few days after watching this video, eyes open, go through your reality and look around and being like, is something leaving a negative impression? I'll admit my studio right now, actually, you know what? I'm just going to show you guys so you can see what it is I'm talking about, because I am not actually 100% practicing what I preach here. Check this out. These are my Hacking the Technogenic System lessons. How bad is this? Just all over the place. Right? So this isn't leaving the best impression on my mind. I come into my studio and I'm like, oh, you got to clean up those papers. I have makeup, jewelry, you know, clothes, books, crowns, sunglasses, markers all over the place. And I typically do keep this pretty clean. Once in a while, it will get out of hand. But when I come down here, it may not even be super conscious like that it's happening. I will look and be like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is a mess. What are you doing? Why aren't you organized? Boom, and that's it. This is a mess. Why aren't you organized? What are you doing? And this little tiny, tiny, tiny seed can plant itself, embed itself. And remember, what we focus on, we receive exponentially in our reality. So if I'm not careful, those thoughts can run away like a freight train. So after this video, I'm cleaning this fucking studio because it is out of control. So the first step, cleaning your layer. Clean it of whatever needs to be cleaned. If you're not going to do the projects and they've been sitting there for 2 years, chuck them, get rid of them. If your closet's unorganized, organize it. If your finances aren't in line, organize them. If you're arguing with someone, call it. You're not going to argue with them anymore. Get rid of the person or stop engaging with them in that way. I know this is like super easier said than done. Maybe you're eating something that's not good for you. Maybe you're watching some garbage TV show. Pay attention to what it is you need to remove and go about actually removing that stuff. 3, improve your layer. So you're cleaning your layer, you're organizing, you're getting rid of stuff, you're cutting off, toxic relationships, you're handling matters that need your attention. This is why I love the Anomalous Action Challenge. It really forces me to go into this mode to actually handle stuff and take care of stuff that I'm just kind of letting sit around. After that, I can go about filling the layer of reality with pleasantries and things that help me to feel a nice, luxurious vibe. So when I clean my layer of reality and I organize all my stuff and I get everything in line, then I buy some beautiful flowers and I, make something really visually appealing in my reality that I encounter every day. Maybe it's some kind of, oftentimes I'll hang up affirmation lists or signs in my office that will help to trigger positive thoughts. Maybe I'll do something to upgrade my house or make something seem more ideal or more beautiful, or even if it's just like putting nice music on in the evenings rather than watching the TV. It's filling the layer of reality with pleasantries and making certain that those are the things that are leaving the impressions rather than the stuff that I, obviously want to get out of my layer of reality. 4, treat your layer of reality with the utmost respect after this. So you've cleaned it, you've filled it with a bunch of positive material and beautiful stuff. then respect it. Don't let things come in and like, you know, after I do a massive clean in my house, in my layer of reality, and organize all my stuff, then it's like I pay attention to maintaining and upholding that. I asked my partner, hey, I just spent 8 hours cleaning the house and really organizing everything. Could we see how long we can keep this going? Actually respect it and get used to this becoming the new normal and managing everything that comes and goes from that layer of reality, that new layer of reality, with respect, making certain that junk doesn't pile back in and making certain that what does come in is really beautiful and beneficial to my mindset. And then 5, maintain your observation of your external environment, manage and protect it. So this is kind of along the same lines as respecting, but it's like what Vadim Zeland says in the book that I absolutely love: do not let negative information into your layer of reality. This is really about you setting the intention that from here on out, you are going to manage it to the best of your ability. You are going to protect your layer of reality with your life. Respecting and protecting are kind of like it's the path to creating a new external environment, a new standard, if you will. And in creating this new standard and upholding it and managing it and protecting it, you are upgrading your mindset as well. And then just as much as that pile of junk was affecting you without you knowing it, all these positive impressions and this exact layer of reality that you've created, this external layer of reality that you've created, this is then going to get that image going, those thoughts going. You're going to be affected by that. The impression will be made. You'll resonate with that impression. That will generate a certain type of thinking. You'll project that to your mirror, and before you know it, things are exponentially improving in your layer of reality. It's quite powerful if you commit to it. So I hope you appreciate this video. I hope you found something of value here. Questions and comments below. Improve your layer of reality today by calling out what is contaminating it and actively improving it, therefore improving your mindset. I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.